Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. I'm very excited to bring you this week's edition, which is once again sponsored by miskatonicbooks.com. Miskatonicbooks.com, as you know by now, are really your first choice when you're looking for the best quality esoteric and occult books, when you're looking for books that have been published maybe outside of the United States and that you're maybe worried about the import fees, things like this. Definitely if you're in the US, then Miskatonic Books tend to be your cheapest option for books that have been published by independent publishers. And you know that on my channel, that's what we're all about. Mostly about books that have been published by small companies that focus on the real hardcore magic, right? The magic that actually gets results, the magic that is deep and that requires a little bit more than a cup of tea. And this is what Miskatonic Books specialize in. They specialize in books that have been published by small independent publishers who don't care so much about appealing to wide masses, but who like to specialize in the real deal, in the real stuff that maybe isn't quite so appealing, that goes into maybe sometimes into darker places and things like this, right? So you can definitely go and check out miskatonicbooks.com down in the description. You've got the link and you'll be able to find all of these sometimes very rare editions, versions of these books that have only been published in a few copies because there isn't such a wide appeal, right, as I was saying. And so, yeah, sometimes the price has to be set a little bit higher because it's not being published in a very wide scale. And so just the people who are particularly interested in this kind of stuff are the ones really funding that kind of research. That's what's going on there, right? So, but there's also the fact that these little independent publishers care about the presentation of these books, right? They care about these books being beautiful, being a nice representation of what's on the inside of them. And so it's, I'm going to say, one of the areas of publishing that really still does care about beautiful productions, beautiful books. And this is one of the reasons why I love the esoteric and occult book community so much. So folks, do go and check out miskatonicbooks.com in the description down below, and you'll be able to browse and find everything that you could possibly want. All right, folks, let's start off with some interesting news, some book news, right? So first of all, The Elixir is the new book by Dunya Rashid, and you may recognize Dunya from her book, Bedeviled, which came out last year, and she's been posting quite a few. It's very, very interesting occult material based on the Islamic tradition, and in this case we're looking at a post-humanist approach to alchemy in Akbarian Sufism and Islam. And this is a book that's going to be out quite soon as a paperback and as a hardback. In fact, you can buy them already, but you can actually get the text for free until the end of December, I think it is. Yes, from 1st of December, not until the end of December, for the next 2 weeks, from the 1st of December to the 15th of December. All right, so you can actually get the text for free and then decide whether you want to pick up the paperback or the hardcover. And this is being published through Cambridge University Press. You know that it's going to be of very high quality. I mean, Dunya's work is invariably of very high quality and very accessible, which is great, of course. So yeah, go and check out the main text. You've got the element contents over here, introduction, anything but magic, post-humanist approach, seek knowledge even as far as China, the roots of corruption, mineral magic, extraordinary transmutations, the alchemy of red sulfur in conclusion, and then looks like a couple of appendices. So in my opinion, very exciting stuff. Okay, we've got the second book of the Summa, Sacre, Magie being published through Golden Horde Press. And usually Llewellyn have these books as well, right? So you'll be able to find them on Amazon shortly. So this is basically books 3 and 4. If you don't know about the Summa, Sacre, Magie, go and check out my review of the first volume, which is... It's not impossible that it's one of the most important publications in occult, in the world of occult book publishing, right? Of the last many years, possibly decades, possibly even centuries. So very cool stuff here being published through Golden Press, and we've been waiting for news on books 3 and 4, and it's very nice to have news of that being on the way. So we're being told hopefully by Christmas at your usual store. Now, at the time of telling you this stuff, at the time of recording, it's Thursday 4th. We are 1 day after Golden Horde Press letting us know that the website is still being updated. In other words, it's still not available to purchase. There could be, there usually is, like a deluxe version with leather binding. I don't know if it's leather or if it's faux leather, but yeah, to be seen, right? You can check all of that out when it's all available. David Hyam-Smith has got a new book out, The Code of the Lightning Flash. Now, I've really enjoyed these new print-on-demand books. They're much more affordable than the Lightning Flash of Aleph books, which have been just gorgeous books, by the way. But yes, these make these books a little bit more accessible to a wider public. So let's take a little read of this. Code of the Lightning Flash is based on the sacred Pythagorean construct called the Tetractys. This ancient esoteric device is brought to life through a variety of common and obscure Kabbalistic, Hermetic, and biblical elements. This syncretic analysis offers an invitation into the living practice of mystical contemplation that extends beyond the domain of language, where symbols point out the path to the divine. Its entryway is the most intimate register of our mind, where the passage is up to each of us alone. So that's 113 pages, 31 of David Hyam-Smith's gorgeous images. Yeah, it's perfect bound, so print on demand, of course, as a hardcover with a dust jacket, and you can order that directly through the 32keys.com links. As with everything that you'll find today, can be found in the description of this video. Good. We've got news from Theon Publishing. She of the Night is getting a second edition. That was quick, folks. Of course, the first edition sold like hotcakes. She of the Night is a complete overview of Lilith from so many different perspectives. Go and check out my review. If you're interested in Lilith at all, this is an absolute must-have, and we're getting a second edition because the first one just sold out so fast. Not only that, but we're also getting a new new opportunity to get an Auric edition. You can see the Auric editions right there, right? With most of, maybe all, I don't want to say all because I don't know for sure that it's all. I think it's all of Theon Publishing's offerings. They have the standard edition, and then they have the deluxe Auric edition, right? And it does look like the Auric edition is yeah, we're getting an opportunity to get a second to get an Auric edition if you missed out on that the first time round. There we go. So you can check out all the details here, of course. It's a topic that I've already covered, and as I say, I've already reviewed the first edition. Nothing has changed in the second edition, other than the color, it would seem. I mean, this is a black cover, whereas the edition that I have is a midnight blue with copper color on it, right, rather than black with silver. This is quite striking, quite beautiful as well. And yeah, that Auric edition, oh, it's just yes. would be nice. So that's very, very cool stuff from Theon Publishing. Let's move on to news from remind me the name. It's Cherubim Press. There we go. Sorry, I was looking for that. The complete pentagram and heptagram rituals. So literally, like last week or maybe the week before, I was telling you about the complete knowledge lectures and side papers of the Golden Dawn. They're following that up very, very fast with the complete pentagram and heptagram rituals of the Golden Dawn. These first editions go very fast. They are, I do want to remind you, they are print on demand, so perfect bound with a dust jacket, right? So very, very classic print on demand stuff. So just do know that it'll come out as a paperback as well, at a significantly lower price, but maybe you've been collecting the hardcovers, in which case certainly don't let me stop you. All right, you'll find the full details on this in the link down below that I've left for you, and you can simply reach out to Frater Yechida from the Cherubim Press to order your copy if you're interested. So let's take a quick look. If you've already read these papers, think again. Current published versions in both print and online are either the later Stella Matutina versions or are riddled with errors, missing entire sections and numerous diagrams, while some papers are rare or have never been published before. So this really follows in the same steps as the previous books in this series. Yeah, Frater Yechida is really doing a fantastic job of bringing the those Golden Dawn, those original Golden Dawn papers, rather than the Stella Matutina papers, which we know through Israel Regardie, of course, right, the big black book. So these are the actual Golden Dawn papers, which are being supplemented with footnotes and so on and so forth. Really, really, really good stuff. In my opinion, the paperback is good enough. All right, and then yeah, so this one's sold out, folks. This one went fast. Goodness, I found out about this one maybe 1 or 2 days after recording last week's news video, so I'm so sorry to those of you who do rely on my videos to know about this stuff. But yeah, Fragment of a Graeco-Egyptian work upon magic sold out pretty fast. It's Ninth Circle Press, and you can absolutely sign up to their newsletter in order to not miss out in the future, of course. But you can also probably look out for second-hand copies and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, that's all by Charles Wycliffe Goodwin, edited and reformatted by Andy Mercer. It looks like a really nice deep dive on the headless rite. Yeah, so from many different perspectives. I'll let you have a read. If it's since it's sold out, I guess it doesn't make sense to spend too much time discussing it. But yeah, do go and check it out if it's of any interest to you, and keep a close eye on that second-hand market, especially through it's the kind of thing that comes up on miskatonicbooks.com, right? Let's continue, folks, with Nightmare Obscura, which is a dream engineer's guide through the sleeping mind. This caught my attention. A leading sleep expert reveals the latest science behind the dreaming brain and why we have nightmares, offering key insights into harnessing dreams can improve your sleep and health. To most, dreams are things that slip away when we re-emerge into the waking world. They're remnants, jumbled up and only half recalled. At their best, they are populated by pleasant recollections and surreal experiences, but at their worst, they can be traumatizing and prevent us from receiving the necessary benefits of sleep. So, why do we dream at all? What makes a person prone to nightmares? How do our bodies interface with our brains when we're not awake? And how can we harness our sleeping minds to improve our waking lives? So that's being published by Henry Holt & Co. And it's been out for a little under a month, but it looks really exciting to me. I don't know, the topic seems... The topic seems exciting, and the way it's covered seems to be reasonable. I don't know. I like this in general, right? Couple of people's recommendations: an absolute treasure trove, rigorously researched, beautifully crafted, exquisitely written. Dave Green says Michelle Carr shines a light on the darkest corners of our dreams, revealing the surprising ways we can reshape our nightmares and reclaim our sleep. That all sounds pretty good, right? Yeah. So go and check out those recommendations and some reviews down below. What else do we have? Oh, this looks so nice, folks. A dream song oracle. Oh, hold on. I think I've missed out something. And yes, sure enough, the reason why I forgot about it was because it's not available in the US at the moment. Although, let me tell you a little bit about this. It's Japanese folk magic, which is the third book in a series called Folk Magic. And if we just scroll down here a little bit, we'll be able to see the other books in this folk magic series. Italian folk magic, Celtic folk magic, and Japanese folk magic are coming out in early January, excuse me, 20th of January 2026. And then there's going to be more Slavic folk magic, Nordic folk magic, North American and Chinese folk magic. So sounds like a nice series, at least, right? The quality has to be checked, of course, but it does seem like they've committed, right? like they're going into this now. The Italian and Celtic are supposed to be coming out at the same time as the Japanese. The Japanese folk magic is available on amazon.co.uk. The Italian folk magic is only available on amazon.com. So it's a little bit haphazard, unfortunately, but you can actually look for the publisher, Vivida. And that seems to be the best way to do your search. Maybe head over to Google and find out a place that will be selling this. Alternatively, just wait a few more weeks and maybe we're going to get an update on the US Amazon website, maybe just a little bit closer to the 20th of January, right? Let's take a quick look. A global journey into traditional magic and myth. Each volume explores the magical and spiritual traditions of a different culture, from Celtic druids to Italian Streghe, I don't know, Strege, I don't know, to Japanese yokai. A captivating look at humanity's enduring beliefs. Richly illustrated and visually engaging, collectible format with broad appeal. That's kind of what caught my eye, I have to admit. Designed as both a practical reference and a beautiful object, the series appeals to spiritual practitioners, folklore enthusiasts, and even casual readers drawn to magical aesthetics. A continuously expanding series to build reader loyalty with way to show your hand, folks, with future titles covering Slavic, Nordic, Chinese and North American traditions. This is a series readers will return to, making it ideal for ongoing retail placement and repeat sales. Yeah, we get it. You want to sell books. All right, that's fine. Okay. And then Tarot Magic for the Reality Hacker. This is a book that's being published through Aeon Press, and it looks really cool, actually. So it's Ari Freeman writing. It's being described as a revolutionary guide that fuses divination and ceremonial magic to enhance magical practice. Drawing on traditional tarot teachings while simultaneously exploring path-defining divination techniques of the modern world. This book is perfect for those looking to expand their understanding of the tarot, ceremonial magicians who want to incorporate tarot into their magical training, and tarot readers who want to incorporate spells into their divination. Leaving no stone left unturned, Ari Freeman guides even the most skeptical reader through the tradition of using the tarot to summon angels, its use for counseling, to tarot's new 21st century interaction with artificial intelligence. Tarot Magic for the Reality Hacker is a practical exploration of 500 years of tarot reading, as well as a striking analysis of where tarot is heading in the future, making it a valuable addition to the shelves of all magical practitioners. Sounds very interesting. I trust Aeon Publishing. They do good work, you know, and they mostly what's the word I'm looking for? Most of all, they are very good at finding authors who know what they're talking about, right? Which is something that I really appreciate. Full introduction to Kabbalah, my goodness. Tarot astrology, tarot spells, tarot's relation to mythology, using artificial intelligence in readings, how to create your own deck, reading with playing cards, how to get tarot results without using a deck. Full guide to the Shem HaMepharash original experiments and reality tunnel manipulation not explored in any previous book. Oh, right. Well, that all sounds exciting. So that is Tarot Magic for the Reality Hacker. I wonder if any of you have caught my at the moment kind of almost daily live tarot reads, which I'm doing at usually around 8 p.m. Warsaw time. If you haven't seen those yet, yeah, come and join us. Basically, I'm trying to raise money for a flat, right, for an apartment, or at least for a deposit on an apartment, and yeah, so you can come along and send a super chat, and I'll read your tarot for you. So there we go. Another thing, folks, that I'm glad I remembered. Do you remember last week? I mean, how could you forget, right? I was looking at the Triple Goddess, and I was just so disappointed that it was not available. It looked like it had sold out. It hadn't sold out. The pre-orders hadn't started yet. So, folks, Jack Grail's Triple Goddess is in fact available. Should I say, edited by Jack Grail. It's actually by a multitude of writers, of practitioners. I gave you the full description of the book last week. If you missed that, go ahead and check out last week's video. But it's an exploration of the power of the Mother Maiden monster through mythology, folklore, esotericism, and modern scholarship. Featuring original works by leading occult authors, this beautifully crafted edition offers a sweeping journey into the divine feminine's most enduring and enigmatic expressions. Very, very cool, very appropriate that Jack Grail, who's really spearheaded the Hecate revival, should be editing here. And yeah, that's a reminder to you guys to be constantly checking out that Blackthorn School to see if the Hail Hecate or the PGM courses are available, because that is those are definitely courses that you want to take if you're interested in in magic at all, actually, but certainly if you're interested in the Greek traditions or in Hecate at all. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. And that is now available to pre-order. So that's really nice. Okay, let me finally get to this Dream Song Oracle. Folks, I saw this in use at some point this week and I just fell in love. Look at this. Oof, is that really the best we can do? Oh dear. All right, but let me just slowly show you a little bit of what these illustrations look like. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, enter the conversation as a first card. This is card number 5, share your bounty. Aren't they just utterly gorgeous? Utterly, utterly gorgeous. Yeah, I want this deck. Let's see transform your thoughts. It's beautiful. I'm not seeing any AI artifacts. I might be wrong, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, look at that, that design on the halo there. AI could not handle that properly. Yeah, we've got symmetry, we've got no, this is the real deal, folks. You've even got 4 fingers, look at that. Yeah. No, beautiful, beautiful work. Shed the tears. Look at that. Oh. Yep. Cherish the small things. Folks, I love this. It's so beautiful. And then garden the heart. Ah, yes. Yeah, so that's the Dream Song Oracle, 45 card gilt-edged Oracle deck with a 104-page full color illustrated guidebook. I think I might put that on my Christmas wish list. That's really lovely, really, really lovely. And then there's this one, the Camena Tarot by Lou Bench and Laetitia Barbier. Delivery late October, so that tells me that that's ready for shipping already. Yeah, this is a little look at that one. There are 3 pictures available, but again, I kind of like the style here. So the names of the cards aren't written on the cards, but yeah, you know, you know what's being represented here. That's quite nice. There we go. So that is the Camena Tarot 26 card divination deck, co-created by artist Lou Bench and tarot scholar Laetitia Barbier, inspired by the French tradition of reading with the major arcana alone. It features 22 Marseille-style arcanas and 4 original Camena cards linked to the element of water. This deck is the result of a creative dialogue between Laetitia's deep symbolic knowledge and Lou's visionary visual language. It honors the Camenae, ancient Roman water spirits and seers, whose songs echo through the cards. The 4 additional cards are dedicated to them, gateways to the archaic spirit of water. With gilded edges and extra large format, each card invites contemplation and emotional immersion. The 70-page guidebook written by Laetitia includes the story of the deck, poetic meditations, symbolic interpretation spreads and ritual practices designed to guide both seasoned readers and curious seekers. There we go. Shipping only within the US, no international shipping available. But yes, that is from what I can see, it looks very lovely. Good. We've got World Divination conference happening. It's happening online. It's happening online, live on Facebook, if I understand correctly, and that's happening on the 6th and 7th of December. So coming quite soon. In fact, many of you watching on Saturday, yeah, that's starting today, folks. Pay what you want, and I really like this, guys. So the tickets are available by donation. You pay whatever you want, and that money, 100% of that money is going to the Lindsay Lodge Hospice, which, yeah, is just this beautiful, beautiful action. So that's really, really nice. Carrie Price, who organised my the talisman course that I led back in the summer. She's going to be presenting there. There's quite a few really, really nice names here. Judica Isles is going to be there as well. Rana George, there she is. Carrie Paris, and many other names that you may recognize yourself. Right, really, really, really cool stuff. Maria Alviz Hernando. Is a personal recommendation from a good friend of mine, so that's really, really cool, and yeah, and many others, as you can see. So yeah, go and grab your tickets, make a donation, knowing that that's going to the Lindsay Lodge. Care gave us irreplaceable moments. Every ticket supports families like ours. Situated in the heart of Lincolnshire, has been providing high quality specialist palliative care and well-being services to local people and families living with progressive life-limiting illnesses for over 30 years. There we go. So that's really cool, a really nice initiative, and some good names there. Good. And then this is my board game of the week, folks. It's called Byzantion. And it just looks like a lot of fun. What can I say? It's a competitive, event-driven board game where players lead powerful factions to shape the fate of the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine? I'm not sure what the English pronunciation of that is. It's something that, yeah, you know, I went to school in France. I guess it's something that I've never had someone pronounce in front of me in English. Byzantine, probably Byzantine, through political intrigue, carefully planning and dynamic engine building. There we go. It just looks beautiful. Look at those minis. I guess it's exactly what you want when you're playing at like area control game like this. It just looks like a lot of fun, and it looks beautifully produced. Again, you know, folks, my liking for beautifully produced anything. So yeah, and some metal coins. I'm guessing if you pay a lot of money, it's usually the case. Yeah, some really, really nice stuff. And then finally, yeah, my class on the magic and mysteries of Saturn is coming up on Saturday. So that's Saturday the 6th of December. You can buy, you can enroll, you can buy your place on this 2-part course all the way up until the time it starts, right? So it's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Warsaw time. I think that's 10 a.m. in California, 10:30 a.m. I'm sorry, in California, 1:30 a.m. 1:30 p.m. excuse me, in New York. I think that's right. Okay, but you might want to check. But it's, yeah, definitely at 7:30 p.m. Warsaw time, Central European time. So you can check for your own time zone. And yeah, let me just give you an idea. basically this Saturday we're going to be looking into cord cutting, and we're going to be looking into energy retrieval, and we're going to be looking into establishing healthy boundaries and things like this. Basically ensuring that our realm of influence is under proper control. Yeah, and then the second class will be on December 13th, and that is going to be all about manifestation. So because Saturn is responsible for the material realm, Saturn is absolutely the best there is for manifestation. Yeah, I guess that's a concept that's might be missed by many practitioners. So we're going to go quite deep into that kind of stuff. Do bear in mind that if you are going to be taking this class, this Magic and Mysteries of Saturn class, it's assumed, and this is going to be the case for all of my classes going forward really, it's assumed that you have at least done the first of those inner palace processes, guided meditations, guided visualizations that are free on my YouTube channel. There's a link down here. You can just head over to the link that I've got down in the description to have a full read of the course. But right here, you've got an actual URL address to that inner mind palace. The first one, the one where you're setting up protections in your inner mind palace and discovering your inner mind palace for the first time. If you've done this at any point, you don't have to do it again, but it is assumed that you've done it at least once. There we go. That's a little disclaimer there for the class. There we go, folks. Thank you ever so much for watching. That's about it from me for this week. Don't forget that I am doing these live tarot reads on my Foolish Fish YouTube channel every evening at the moment. Well, most evenings at least at the moment. Evenings in Central Europe, right? Evenings for me, so around 8 p.m, 8:15 p.m, many evenings of the week. I'm also doing one-to-one video tarot reads. If you'd like to find out what 2026 has in store for you, book an hour session. We can discuss your path. We can discuss the best recommendations for you. We can discuss your spiritual development, your love life, your financial growth. We can discuss all of that stuff, and it's usually a lot of fun. What else? Yeah, just check out my foolishfish.net page. There's everything that you could possibly want to discover about the stuff that I do there. And if you really want to support the channel and make sure that the channel is sustained and continues going the way it's going, then the Patreon is really the best way that you can support me at this time, and support each other. Make sure that this information continues getting spread via the Foolish Fish channels. This Patreon gives you, on every level, gives you access to the Foolish Fish Discord as well. So that's a really nice forum where you get to discuss your practice with other practitioners, right? Without having to join a group, without having to abide by a particular set of dogmas and things like this. There are strict rules about what you can and can't do there. You can't talk about politics. You can't tell another person what they should do. You can't, etc., etc. But generally, it's a very, very enjoyable library-like atmosphere, which isn't very common on Discord. But we make sure that it's more like a library than a saloon. And it's a lot of relaxed fun amongst practitioners. And if you are not feeling like you're advanced enough as a practitioner, it's a great place to go and check out what practitioners who are really living the magic day to day, to see what kinds of things they talk about, and get involved in their conversations, and it's really nice. So there we go, folks. That's what I've got for you for this week. Please take care of yourselves, folks. Please take care of each other. I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care. Bye bye.